Hello again, and welcome back to another daily technical analysis video. In this video, we'll be discussing Ethereum. Now we're going to work our way from the daily timeframes and potentially hit the hourly timeframes. But as of right now, we are still in that uptrend, strong trend with EMAs also lining up. Now one thing of concern is that we are hitting close right underneath that daily R1. We had a run up above it, but thus far there has been a rejection and a closure below it. As of right now, we just started. And we are just testing it under again, but potentially we can see a rejection off of it. But if not, we still want to see a closure above it before retesting and blasting off after that. Now, as for the momentum, though, it is in the overbought territory for quite some time. It's still expanding towards the upside. So that does still mean bullish strength, but we want to be careful with the RSI here with a potential bearish divergence. Now, this is not a confirmed top, so we can't entirely say that it is a bearish divergence. As you can see, a higher level peak on the RSI to a lower one, and then the price action has a peak right here to a higher one. So this itself is a bearish divergence depending on the next close. If we get a close below this previous candle, the body at least, similar to this one right here, then we can see that as a peak. But as of right now, it might not be a peak. Okay, but it is a little bit daunting to see that this upper wicks right here kind of suppressing the price. If we do get those closures below this body, we can see this as a hanging man pattern, or sorry, a spinning top, spinning top, spinning top, and therefore potential declines after that, right? Because we're right under this daily resistance as well, which also adds confidence to that. Now, as for the 4-hour time frame, RSI is towards the upper neutral territory. But what concerns me is that we are below that 50 moving average. So we want to pay attention to how that ends up sloping. If it slopes down the 50 moving average, then potentially we could see a decline. But as of right now, the stochastics is still strong, expanding towards the upside, still has a bullish territory as well as the overbought territory to expand to. Similar idea for this price action. So as of right now, what it could be is simply a big run up and a break of this, and therefore a retest of it. And we are waiting for that play long up to the next, the hourly R3. I think that might line up with anything. Yeah, so we could see an expansion towards the upside. The hourly R3 at 36, the daily R2 at 37, and then finally that target we've been expecting at 3,800. Okay, so now as of right now, if we just cover these, was there any patterns that we want to be concerned about? If we drew something like this all the way to the top, is there a channel? Not entirely so. Nope, I wouldn't consider it. It's kind of just choppy sideways a little bit, right? We had that breakdown, hit the target. Now we moved up towards the top side. Okay, let's see. Expanding towards the upside. Again, we're aiming for there. Okay, now let's see. Are we in a consolidation pattern on the hourly time frame? It just seems, yeah, it just seems more consolidation. There's not much to say here. We do see that declining in stochastics, but the price action is kind of just moving sideways. So that could just be a reset consolidation before pushing up towards the upside. As for the RSI though, we are choppy in the median, but we are below that 50 moving average. So if we do want to see strong expansions to the upside, we got to see something like this, where the price action breaks towards the upside as well as the RSI breaking the 50 upwards, right? We are still below it. So if we do break above it, we still got a lot more expansion room to break towards the upside. Now, as of right now, it just seems to be consolidating in this region right here. Let's see, is there any patterns that could be here? Pull something like this, pull down. Not entirely. Cover the EMA so it's a bit easier to see. I mean, we can always consider as some sort of channel like this. It's not entirely that nice because the median's been pierced a couple times. But we do have that 2 hits on the top, 2 hits on the bottom, kind of, not entirely again, right? And then a few hits in the median. So we could be seeing the upper side to be tested next, or even the median and then the upper side again. But as of right now, it's kind of just a range. You can play the sideways pattern for now. If we do cover this, is there a concern with this being a potential double top? I mean, it would have played already. But with that being said, if this is a double top, we could see the bottoms, even the hourly R1 and lower to be hit. So it is kind of just uncertain right now. It does seem like a pause above this level before continuation towards the upside. I mean, the 4-hour is stronger towards the upside because of that retest, break and retest. But there's not really a direction as of right now, right? If we just want to pay attention to the daily, it depends on whether we do break above that daily level. underlying as for further expansion. But if we do start to top here and see a downtrend coming, then we could see the downside. Now, if we do see the downside plays, we want to pay attention to the hourly HR1 and then the lower of this low. And if we do close below this low, then that would be a little bit more bearish, because then that would be breaking the previous low. And then we could see potentially a continuation down to the HP, the hourly pivot. But as of right now, this is a two-piece confluence support. So if we do break this 10 and the R2, we could see that 55 yellow and the R1 as the next level of support. And again, for the resistance, we have that R3. Okay, so I'm not too sure which side we're going to go to, but we want to pay attention to those two levels depending on whether we continue to expand towards the upside with strong green candle or start to break these levels of support. That's it for this video. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Cheers.